Hello doctors, Namaste, welcome to Career 360. We have been doing a series of counseling cutoff trends for each state because the results have come, you know what exactly is likely to happen based on the All India quota. But a lot of you would be seeking admissions in your local state colleges. And you all know that state counseling has its own reservation where bulk of seats are allocated for the students coming from that particular state. And what we're going to discuss now is the state of Telangana. And before I start the session, let me tell you two things that it's very important for you. We've received lots of complaints of how agents have taken money from students and have vanished. Trust me, there is no way any agent can guarantee you a seat in a medical college. If they're doing that, it is not correct because they cannot do that. They don't have the right or power to do that. We don't do that. If you come and ask us whether we can get you a seat, guaranteed seat in a particular college, we will say, no, we can't do that. All we will do is to tell you there is a possibility that you will get here based on the score and rank of what happened last year. But nothing else can we do. That is first part of it. The second part of it is that there is a phone number that I've given here. If you still have any doubts, talk to one of our counselors. It is free. Just talk to them. If you want more services, of course, it's paid. But talk to our counselors and get your basic doubts cleared so that you actually take a more objective, informed and safer decision for yourself. Now coming back to Telangana. In Telangana, what we have all put together is about 3,165 seats for NEET PG. Right, of which the government seats are 1,364 and the private university seats are 1,801. These government seats, again, you have 15% All India quota that is going away. So what you will be left with is about 1,200 kind of a number and then 1,150. And this 1,801, you will actually have management quota seats, NRA seats and those kind of things. But you still have possibly 1,000 plus seats which are meant to go through a proper where the fee is regulated and everything is regulated. But in all, you will actually be dealing with about 2,200 seats. Right. Now, all your competition is for these 2,200 seats. And it will all go through. Now, what you see here is the All India rank. A lot of states, what they do is they actually create an inter-se merit list from the All India rank. But Telangana, what it does, it starts using the All India rank itself and gives the cutoff based on which you are likely to get a seat. They don't create an inter-se merit rank for the state of Telangana students by themselves. So to that extent, many of these things might be slightly not related for the simple reason that the competition might be much easier this year or much tougher this year, because of which the students of Telangana perform much better than last year or much worse than last year. But our experience has been that over a larger sample set, which is what the bulk of the students who've taken the exam from Telangana is, you'll normally maintain a similar merit rate. Now, what is it that you have? We gave two ranks. The first rank is for the most preferred branch in the college. What is the highest rank possible at which you will get that particular branch? And then the other thing is, if you want to study in only that particular college, what is the least preferred branch and what is the highest rank at which you are likely to study in that college, but not a branch of your choice, but the branch that is offered to you because that is there, that's available. The first most preferred college, of course, is Nizam's Institute of Medical Sciences, which is called NIMS. NIMS, most preferred, obviously, you know, is normally clinical. You will see it's radiodiagnosis, general medicine, radiodiagnosis, general medicine. That's how it is typically. So in NIMS, the All India ranker of 255 also got a seat in radiodiagnosis in NIMS, which also means that anyone below 255 also got it. A few others would have also got it. The highest rank at which you got radiodiagnosis in NIMS is 255 All India rank. And similarly, if you go down, in Usman Medical College, it was 1000 All India rank. In Gandhi Medical College, Hospital Secunderabad, it's 1078. In ESIC Medical College, Hyderabad, it's 1558. In Kakatiya Medical College, it's 1863. In Government Medical College, Nizamabad, it's 1920. And in Apollo Institute of Medical Sciences, it's 4615. Now, this is the trend. And largely, if you see, it's all clinical, radiodiagnosis, general medicine, radio, and so on and so forth. That's how it will work. So essentially, if you get about 2000 rank and below, you will get into the top 6 public institutions in the state and you will get radiodiagnosis of general medicine as it is there. But if you want to study only in NIMS, and it doesn't matter which branch you will get, MD Biochemistry you will get at 5056 seat also. In Usman Medical College, even at 1,04,274, you will get MD Anatomy. Across the board, by the way, MD Anatomy seems to be the least preferred branch because of which the rank at which a student is likely to get it is very high also. Again, in Gandhi Medical College, at 1,09,836 also, you get MS Anatomy. right? And then 85,000, 1,28,000 for MD Physiology, which is at Kakatiya Medical College. 122 again for Government Medical College in Nizamabad. MS Orthopaedics at 28,102 at Apollo, right? But the typical thing is that even if you see 1.28 lakh, 1.25 lakh, you're likely to get a seat in these colleges, but not a branch of your choice, or maybe it's a branch of your choice because you only want to do anatomy or physiology and all, but that is where it stands. So what it means is that if you get a rank, now if 255 is all India rank, this might be, it can go down to 50 or something like that. So up to 150,000 rank, you can study at NIMS, Hyderabad. But if you want radio diagnosis only, the maximum rank that you can have is about 250. Anything more than that, it becomes difficult for you to get a seat in radio diagnosis at NIMS, Hyderabad. And that's how this entire structure has been created. Now, what are the next bunch of colleges? Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Medical Sciences, Adilabad, 5012 rank, you get, dermatology. At Government Medical College, Siddipet, 5013, dermatology again. Kamineni Academy, this is a private university of medical science and research, 5288, you get radio diagnosis. So, because private is slightly more expensive, so students prefer less because of affordability and access kind of a thing. But even at 5288, which is extremely competitive, mind you, you still get radio diagnosis in Kamineni. Pratima Institute of Medical Sciences, Karimnagar, 7405, general medicine. Mamta Medical College, Khammam, 7504, radio diagnosis. Kamineni Institute of Medical Sciences, Narketpalli. So you actually have two Kaminenis if you notice. 8090, radio diagnosis. Medicity Institute of Medical Sciences, Medchal, 8336, dermatology. And within this same, if you see, even at 1,26,480 in Kamineni, you get MD Pharmacology. At 1,11,901, MD Physiology. This is the least preferred branch and the highest score to get into this particular college last year. This year it might change, but typically, as I said, this will only tell you the trend and the pattern based on which you should be expecting and making a plan. If you still have a question, talk to a counselor. We have more accurate data, and that you can use to understand where you likely to get yourself into. But this is where you stand. At 1,20,000, you get community medicine in Mamta Medical College, Khammam, and so on and so forth. The next bunch of colleges, RVM Institute of Medical Science and Research, Siddipet, 9363, General Medicine, 9823, OBGY. Mamta Academy of Medical Sciences, 9838, radio diagnosis again. Chelmanda Anandrao Institute of Medical Sciences, Karimnagar, 10,233, general medicine again. Bhaskar Medical College and General Hospital, Moinabad, 10289, radio diagnosis. Mahavir Institute of Medical Sciences, Vikarabad, 11,512, radio diagnosis. And here if you see, at 1,16,000 also you get a seat in community medicine. At 1,20,000 also you get forensic science in Government Medical College, Mehboob. Going further down, SVS Medical College, Mehboob, 11,588, Paediatrics. So all clinical is first taken before you get on to anything else. If you notice very clearly, it starts with radio diagnosis, then general medicine, then radiology, and then dermatology, and then it keeps going down to pediatrics and everything like that. 11,789, general medicine. Surabhi Institute of Medical Sciences, Siddipet, 11,838 last year to radio diagnosis. Dr. Patnam Mahendra Reddy Institute of Medical Sciences, Chevelda, 16,260, pediatrics. Government Medical College, Suryapet, 21,224, and at Maheshwara Medical College and Hospital, Patancheru, 34,620, anesthesiology. And here, if you now notice, even at 1,11,000, you got MD Microbiology, but it's been pretty competitive here because at 21,000, you closed one, at 37,000, you closed psychiatry, and so on and so forth. At 1,26,000 also, in Maheshwara Medical College, you got microbiology. So this is the thing that you have as far as Telangana is concerned. What you should be looking for is, by the way, Mallareddy and all are deemed universities, so they are not covered here. You must remember that deemed universities are not covered. These are things which are going through only through state counselling. For deemed universities, you need to come through the separate channel, which is All India Quota and deemed university quota. But this seems to be the data that you have, which essentially tells you what are your chances of getting into a decent college of a branch of your choice, and how do you go about planning that. All I gave you is last year's cutoffs, all India rank, so that you actually will be able to gauge what are your chances about this. Thank you so much. Namaste.